What the heck is this new DNA test baloney, huh?
There's no baloney here, Mr. Muccio, or should I say, Miss Jerome, because this test will prove that you and Ava Jerome are the same person.
You know something? You've been watching too many sci-fi flicks. Ava is dead. I'm Denise, and anything that says otherwise is a lie.
I have hardcore proof, Ava.
And what you got? A magic 8-ball?
The evidence in my possession will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the only liar here is you. That Ava Jerome is alive and well, and you are her.
You think you got me nailed, don't you?
I know I do.
Based on what? Your so-called evidence?
That's right.
And we're supposed to what, just take your word for it? If you got evidence, I want to know where it came from. Where did you get this make-believe DNA test?
That's a fair question, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And beside the point,
The point is that it's fake. You dummied up evidence to try to shift the blame from your client.
go on, keep denying it, because there's one more count of perjury coming your way.
Could you do something?
Well, as far as the prosecution is concerned, the guilty party is still sitting at the defense table.
No, she's sitting pretty up here on the witness stand. You know what happens to people that swear to tell the truth and they just spew out lies?
This is outrageous.
I would like to submit this into evidence.
Oh, hold on. Not before we know where it came from.
From General Hospital by trained technicians.
How vague.
It's authentic, which is more than I could say for you.
Enough tap dancing, counselor. Divulge the origin of your evidence or move on to another line of questioning.
Brad Cooper, the lab manager at General Hospital, ran the tests.
And the samples?
Well, the hospital records will confirm their authenticity. This woman's DNA is identical to that of Ava Jerome, which means...
Which means nothing, Your Honor. And so what? So my mother lied about my birth again, not the first time, probably won't be the last.
What are you implying, Mr. Muccio?
Miss Jerome.
Saying it repeatedly doesn't necessarily make it true, Scott.
Maybe not Rick, but this will. I'd like to enter into evidence the DNA test that was performed on Mr. Muccio in May. It was a blood smear. And then in August, there was a DNA test that was a saliva test. And even though they're from the same person, it doesn't match.
Make your point, Mr. Baldwin, as simply and coherently as possible.
Apparently, the DNA in your hair, skin, and saliva can't change. But the DNA in your blood can change, especially when you've received a bone marrow transplant. And in Mrs. Jerome's case, it was from her daughter, Avery Jerome.
What is he saying?
So, let's start at the beginning, shall we? You survived your fall off the Port Charles Bridge, only to be nursed back to life by Dr. Silas Clay, who then discovered that you had cancer.
Your Honor, is counsel asking the witness or is he telling her?
Is that a yes or a no?
No.
Silas then figured out the only way to save your life was through a bone marrow transplant.
Again, still not hearing a question.
I'll allow it, but get where you're going. And quick, counselor.
Dr. Clay knew who you were all along, didn't he?
No.
And that secret became too much weight on him, and he was gonna tell the world, and the only way to silence him was to murder him, right?